Zed is known for one of the greatest outplays of all time.
Oh, look at the cleanse, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
And you know what? I'm something of a League player myself. I'm sure I can do something like that too. So for the next week, I'm gonna try to learn Zed in 3 steps. First, play some normal games. Second, do some research. And third, play some ranked games. I'm doing this because I'm trying to learn every champion in the game so one day I can make the greatest Viego video ever. So what runes and builds should you go on Zed? For your runes, you can actually go pretty much anything. Electrocute is the most consistent and well-rounded. First Strike can help you snowball and was my personal favorite. Arcane Comet is good against long-range mages for poke, and Conqueror is good against tanky teams for consistent damage. For your items, you pretty much always start Eclipse. It's super easy to activate, it gives you great burst and great survivability. After that, you can go Edge of Night for the spell shield, Voltaic Cyclosword or Sherelda's Grudge for the slows, and Axiomark for your ult cooldown. And with that, onto some normal games. And I'm not trying to brag or anything here, but I'm pretty sure after just one normal game, I've already mastered Zed. Okay, maybe not before level 6 though. And sure, maybe this was beginner's luck or blissful ignorance, but just watch this clip and tell me I'm not the best Zed in the world? Or at least give me top 5. I mean, I'll admit I was playing a little bit aggressive, but my goodness, this champion is fun. I mean, just watch me BM this poor Jace. I didn't even play this fight well and I was still having a blast.
I am having a blast.
This champion is just so much fun. Honestly, playing this champion makes you feel like a mechanical god. It's amazing. And I have to say, my biggest issue with challenges like this is sometimes not being able to play a champion enough. I mean, I know I haven't gotten to the ranked games yet, and this is a slight spoiler, but even when I shit the bed, all I wanted to do was play more Zed. I mean, what other champions can outplay another assassin with 100 HP and get a kill while walking away like a badass?
Thank God he died, dude.
And let me tell you, not every game went as well as this one. In fact, most didn't. But if you want a fun champion to mess around with in normals, Zed is perfect. I will say though, I would not recommend Zed Jungle. Chat told me to try it out for my final normal game, so I did, and it was definitely worse than mid. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still fun to instantly kill the enemy AD carry, and being able to outplay people with your mobility, like dodging Seraphine's ult here, will never not be fun. But I just think picking Zed Jungle messes up your team comp too much, so only play it if you have a tank or good engage or something. But overall, Zed was so much fun in these normal games. So I jumped into ranked and bought Longsword as my first item instead of Doran's Shield like I did in my normal games. I did this because my chat told me it was way better and I should play more aggressively, so I decided to give it a shot. The idea was simple. I'm able to buy my first item quicker because Longsword builds into my first item, which helps me spike harder. The problem was it just didn't fit my playstyle and I immediately started to struggle. To be honest, I just love the Doran's items because their early game stats are so good. Even if Longsword is technically better, it's just not what I'm used to. And being able to buy my items sooner in theory doesn't matter if I get slapped in lane and fall super far behind. I think the issue was starting Longsword made me want to play more aggressive, which probably works if you're a good Zed. I just wasn't good at Zed yet. Cause yeah, this was not working. So I went into my next game with Doran's Shield and immediately started to feel more comfortable, playing safer and waiting for opportunities instead of just forcing them. And because I wasn't getting smashed in lane, I was actually able to build my first item sooner than when I started Longsword, which allowed me to start popping off.
I hate Shaco.
And finally win my first ranked game. Oh yeah, I haven't even talked about roaming yet. One of the best things to do on Zed is push the wave with your W, E, and Q, and then run bot for some free kills. Or run into the jungle and get free kills on the enemy jungler. I also learned that I suck at Zed's shadows. Sometimes I would almost blow a kill by teleporting to the wrong one, so I'd have to flash to secure the kill.
I fucked up.
But even though I was new with Zed, I actually think I was playing pretty well. Like this, I almost saved the game 1v3, and that kind of felt like the story for the first few days. I think I was playing pretty well personally, straight up diving the enemy mid laner and having almost 10 CS per minute, just to lose a game where I went like 8-3. Obviously, I wasn't playing perfectly in these games, but I think this was just the universe balancing out after having a 70% win rate on Ahri a few weeks ago. Because again, even though I was playing pretty well, other than that first win at hour 3, I lost every single game and dropped to plat 4. Again, I know I had my fair share of embarrassingly bad plays,
I thought that I would kill him.
But then I do things like steal Baron this game. How did I lose like every game? After these games, I realized Zed is super fun and super hard. So I did some research on YouTube and here's what I found. 1. Poke and lane. The way to poke and lane is to throw your shadow slightly to the side of your target because it makes it easier to hit your Q with both parts. If you throw it in a straight line, it becomes really easy for the enemy to sidestep. 2. Use your W better, especially when playing around your ult. The first way to use it is to engage. It's pretty simple, you just close the gap on the enemy target. The next way to use it is to escape after using your ult. Throw your W behind you, then ult so you can instantly teleport back and escape a situation and get some damage off. You can also use it near the enemy when you ult. This way you can land 3 Qs for maximum burst, and it's best when following up CC or when attacking them out of vision. And the last way to use your W is to dive the backline. Basically, you ult the tank or whoever is in front, then W behind them to hit the carry. 3. Be patient with Zed's W. If you couldn't tell already, his W's like his best ability. The first thing you can do is use your W and then wait until the last second to teleport to it. Basically, your cooldown starts when you use your W, so if you wait until the last second to teleport to it, the cooldown is technically shorter and it'll catch your opponent by surprise. And the other way to use your W is just poke. You don't always need to go in with your W. Even if it's fun to go in, sometimes poke is all you need. And 4, manage your energy. You restore energy if you and your shadow both hit the same target, which means you have to pay even more attention to your shadows. Unlike this clip where I just spammed abilities, missed everything, and died. Anyway, on to some more ranked games. So after I learned just how important my W was, I stopped wasting it in every fight in 1v1. And if I did start a fight with my W, I always made sure I had flash or ult or something for extra mobility in a team fight. Basically, I just started thinking about my W, shadows, and mobility more instead of just my damage. Also, what was this Amumu's flash? Unfortunately, there were still some games where I got autofilled jungle, and even though I didn't include everyone in the video, it can still work, so I'll showcase this one. Because at the end of the day, even if I'm not playing mid, I am able to practice Zed mechanics and limit test my damage. He's so mad! And to be honest, I wish I did play a little bit more Zed jungle this challenge because it actually wasn't bad, I just don't think I have a lot of practice with it. Sure, you do need a pretty good team comp for it to work, but your passive melts objectives like Dragon and buffs, your clear speed is pretty decent after you buy Tiamat, and you can kill the bot lane as much as you want. Anyway, even though I was improving, Zed is still a very hard champion, and I had my fair share of pretty bad games. And I still had some good moments even in losing games like this one where it was 4-24. So it wasn't even my fault half the time. And like I said, I was still having so much fun. Even in bad situations, I was able to put a positive spin on it.
Ah, 1 for 1's actually worth, I'll take it.
Yeah, still played pretty bad this game though. But even with a few bad games here and there, I was playing so much better. Playing more patiently in fights instead of just instantly going in. Unless I get Elder Dragon, then I go in expecting to pop the fuck off just to, kill one person and immediately die. At this point, I still wasn't doing anything crazy, but I was clearly more comfortable with Zed. I knew my damage by perfectly killing this Nasus, and was pretty decent mechanically by using a Q flash to kill Yasuo. I also underestimated Zed's AoE damage. I mean, if the enemy team lines up and I hit them all with an E and Q, I can solo win teamfights pretty much. And don't even get me started on squishy targets. Like, what are they even supposed to do here? But no matter how good I was getting, there would always be a few kills that I got just because my opponents were kinda trolling.
I got him with the turret? That guy's trolling.
But yeah, overall, I was actually playing really well in my opinion. I mean, again, I have never been good at League mechanically, but with enough practice, I think I was at least decent. I was able to dish out a ton of damage even when behind because I was just more comfortable with Zed's kit and damage. But also, look how I miss every single Q here, and I'm still able to tear through this guy like he's single-ply toilet paper. Like, this champion's just disgusting. And I know it wasn't much, but after these 2 days, I got a little bit of my LP back. And I don't know what happened this weekend, but I started playing well. Like, really well. Like, outplaying the full HP mid laner under tower well.
Bitch, you're dead!
Like, perfect game well. And it didn't stop there. I was playing so much more patiently with my W, waiting until my enemy thought they were safe just to burst them down and kill them. I was hitting absolutely everyone in these team fights, playing around my shadows and really starting to style on my enemies. And my goodness, these fadeaway kills with Zed will never not be fun. Like, we both know that he's gonna die here, he just has to wait a second for the second part of my ult to drop. I think I was genuinely playing pretty well. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but if you look at the clips from the start and now, I just looked so much smoother. I think my biggest problem at this point was thinking I was Faker or something. Literally walking into a 1v3 in full vision, expecting to somehow outplay everyone. Oh yeah, and like in most of these challenges, I did start to experiment with new builds in the last few hours, and some of them were not great. And when it came to squishy targets, it really didn't matter what I did. I mean, watch me just right-click these two squishy targets and kill them both. It's disgusting. I mean, holy fuck, I didn't even ult this Evelynn. Where did she go? I don't know. Despite the roller coaster of wins and losses, I always found myself having fun playing Zed.
Yay, he's dead.
No matter how simple the kill, I always felt like I was a mechanical god playing this champion. I mean, I'm sure I could have done like 100 things better here, but in my head, I played it so well. And most importantly, I started feeling comfortable with Zed and actually started winning games over the last 2 days. And even though I only ended Plat 2 like I started, I climbed over 100 LP over that weekend and was so sad that my Zed challenge was over.